takes it very tight and towards the line. We'll see where he can go. I mean, he's already pretty safe as it stands. Doesn't improve on his lap, so does stay P8, but I think that should be enough. Van der Sar in the drop at the moment. Can he bring that Aston Martin out of the drop zone? It's been a good lap so far. Goes up into P8, so he should be safe. Hazy next across the line in the Sauber. He goes up into P8. Then we got Terry, a little bit of a gap before Terry comes across. Murphy now in the drop zone. Terry at risk. So is Clark as well, who's not really setting the timing boards alight at the moment. As Terry rounds across the line, he's going to only go P13. He's going to be very much at risk. Riley Murphy, can he get out of the drop zone? No, he can't. He is out of qualifying. Cody Clark now, who is at risk. And the person who is, well, yeah, the next person who's at risk needs to get a good lap in, needs to improve by a little bit to solidify his spot. He can't improve, stays P15. Marley, is he on a better lap? Shadow Green, Burton Green, both these drivers in the drop zone, so they need to improve a little bit. Marley is not really improving, but still is up on what they need to do. So it's going to be tight as the end of the session comes around. Burton and Shadow on green laps. They need to improve to get up into the next part of qualifying. Marley's rounding through the final couple corners. Can they improve? Burton's disappeared, so I think Burton might have invalidated actually. As Marley crosses the line, Burton comes into the pits. They are out. Can Shadow make it? Both Saubers into the next part of qualifying. Only goes P17. Davey has a little bit of traffic. Just the Mercedes. Oh, and the Mercedes hits him. What is he doing? And that's Davey. Grid penalty for Duffy. Fully deserved there. Doesn't get out the way of Davey. And that ruins Davey's... Well, that ruins Davey's lap fully. But definitely needs something a little bit better in this final sector as Teseo rounds through the bus stop chicane. And we'll see where he can put the Red Bull car. And comes towards the line. And he goes up into P2. It's a good lap from him. We'll see where Tsunami goes. I'm trying to find him. He goes up into P6. A second down. That's crazy. Shelby comes towards the line. Can he match Jeffyboy? 4.5 attempts down. Jeffyboy insane in that final sector. As Bentley crosses the line. 2 attempts down. As the Aston Martin has been struggling. I mean, one's already out of qualifying. All we need is... Van der Sar as he crosses the line. It's a great lap, goes up into P5. That is a really important lap for the Aston Martin team. As SV comes across the line, he goes up into P4. What a lap from SV. And Salu must be getting a bit worried here because he's currently P7. So with Duffy and Halaus actually, Tsunami is like at risk in P10 and isn't out on track, isn't anything. So Tsunami could be out of the session here. As Hazy crosses the line, he goes up into P6. Tsunami is out of the session. Cody, currently P14. Can he drag that Racing Bulls? Beautiful last sector, goes up into P7. Can his teammate match? Goes P9. So currently, Salu's at risk. Halaus is out and Duffy is out as well. Salu's on a great lap. Halaus is on an okay lap. Duffy seems to be on a good lap as well. So these three should make it through the next part of qualifying. We'll see if they can hold on to their laps as Halaus crosses the line. Where does he go? He stays P12, so he's out of this part of qualifying. And Duffy crosses the line. He goes provisional top of the... Well, he goes top of the table. But I think Salu's going to have something to say about that. It's 9,000th gap. Salu crosses the line. He can only go P3, but he's safely through. Marley towards the line. Can he knock out Van der Sar? He crosses the line. He goes P10, and Van der Sar is out. As across the line goes Marley, up in with a 23 point... I didn't even see it before he got beaten, and a 41.8 for Bentley. Teseo 3 attempts down. That's a great lap by Bentley as well. SV up into P3. Next is Salu, who goes up into P3. Slow lap for him, to be fair. As Shelby comes into the pit. A bit too much on the curb there, or maybe a perfect amount, and we'll see where he can go. Bentley invalid on his in lap as he goes up into P6 ahead of Marley. As Jeffyboy rounds through the final corner. Can he take provisional pole? And he's about 2 attempts away from Bentley. That's an insane lap from Bentley, and it came out of really nowhere. to be honest, as Duffy rounds through the final corner. Can he snatch it away on these first runs? He can, by just about half a tenth. Keeps it on track at turn 13, which is another spot we've seen a couple drivers go off at. He's about 3.5 tenths down on Duffy, which is actually very good. Bentley, 1,000 faster than Duffy. So Bentley looking on course to put a lot of pressure on the Mercedes driver, as we have everyone on laps as SV rounds through the final corner. And we'll see how close what kind of a margin he can build on the faster guys behind. SV goes up into P4. Bentley crosses the line, loses a lot of time in that final sector. So he stays P2. No improvement from him. Shelby on a pretty average first sector there. As Hazy goes up into P6. So behind the Williams, as Shelby next across the line. As Tazeo sets a purple sector 2. Shelby goes up into P3. Tazeo, I mean, that first sector might have hindered him a little bit as he's about a 10.5 down on Duffy. Salu matching Duffy with a purple sector 2 as well. So the two McLarens could have a big play in this. As Tazeo rounds through the bus stop chicane and towards the line, we'll see where he can put his Red Bull car as he crosses the line. He is only good enough for P3 ahead of his teammate though, as Salu rounds through the bus stop now. Can he take away provisional pole from Duffy as he crosses the line? It's a 10.5 off. He's P4, so he's still a very big way off. Can his teammate have anything to say about it? The last actual top car that can take away this pole position from Duffy. As he crosses the line, he takes 4 tenths clear of Duffy and takes the provisional pole position. Clark only goes I don't even know where, P9. We're going to watch Duffy though, purple into sector 2. Marley's finishing their lap, can't improve, stays P10. Duffy crosses the line, can he take away pole position? He can't, and Jeffyboy takes pole position.